Welcome everybody to today's episode, which is Slap Sainsbury's. We're going to go through a range of Sainsbury's Taste the Difference wines. Taste the Difference means it should be really, really good. And the beauty is we should be getting about 10 quid's worth more taste in there. So bargain wines, I might not put them on the table with the label on, but I would want to shove them into a decanter and serve you, and you would think they're really lush. And I'm going to be splitting them into class, pass, or arse. For them to get class, they've got to be tasty and really interesting. Pass is sort of okay, and arse is it's not worth the units. So it's wines with real character, real guts, but they don't cost the earth, because I like to, oh no, that's Asda, pocket the difference. Right, let's not waste any time and get these bad boys open. Fuck. Right. Fred, have we got a little cloth? She'll never know. Spittoon, otherwise I'll be sozzled. Right. Crémant de Limoux. You hear that? It's really nice bubbles. That's a pass. This shelf is for class. Okay, so we've had that one. That is a pass. There we go. Next, we're going to go with the Ellercombe English Sparkling Wine. That gets a class. Love it. Nothing like a bit of pink bubbles. Prosecco. Oh, I'm not even putting that in my mouth. Arse. Right, I'm going to put the arses over here, Fred. Now we're going to do the whites. So we're starting with a Gavi. That gets arse. Now we'll do a Sauvignon B. Arse. Another Sauvignon B. I do like Sauvignon B. I like Sauvignon B from New Zealand as well. Class. So I really need it to taste of where it's from. It needs to have character. Touraine Sauvignon Blanc. Pass. Pardon me. Verdicchio. Very good, pass. White Rioja. Pass, which is pretty amazing because I absolutely hate White Rioja. Soave Classico from Italia. This is so interesting. I'm going to put that on a sort of, it's somewhere between pass and class. Let's see how we go. We're going to start with the reds. Gamay. A very good pass. Pinot Noir from Rheinhessen in Germany. Just slips into pass. I should be harsher. That's an arse. Arse. No, that's my arse. Fuck. Arse. This bog roll's made by Who Gives a Crap, and it absorbs a hell of a lot of red wine. It's really good. I'm not even sponsored by them. Fred, can we have the Who Gives a Crap now for the lightly polish? Nice. Gosh. On with the show. I'm going to move this down to pass. It's a really good pass, but honestly, I just want the stuff up there that's totally class. Right, now we're going to do a Malbec from Argentina. In it goes. Nice dark colour. Very solid pass. Where am I going? I'm just going to pick up anything. We're going here. Chinian. Boom. South of France. That's really good, but I still think it's just a pass. Douro red. Pass. Vino Nobile di Montepulciano from Toscana. Pass. Nearly there's Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. So Montepulciano is the grape. Whereas in that one, Montepulciano is the area. Who the fuck would play this wine game? Pass. Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile. Fuck, that's delicious. Class. Barbera d'Asti. Babs, show me your magic. That is joy in a glass. Class. Woo! Two more. Whatever this is. It's a Valparaiso. That's a take me to bed and don't touch me till Sunday. In fact, touch me lots until Sunday. There we go. That's a class. Chateauneuf du Pape, Pope's wine. That's a pass. So, we have, our tally, Fred, is we have 4 arses. We have 5 classes, 1 fizz, 1 white, 3 reds. And look at all these passes, which are jolly good. I drink them, but they're not going to set my pants on fire. Right, this is pink Prosecco, Gavin without the N. Then we've got a Chilean Sauvignon Blanc and a Pinot Noir from Germany. We'll do this quickly and then we'll get onto the really fun ones, the fine ones. Pink Prosecco has been given an arse. It smells of bubble gum, has a little hint of arse, fizzes a bit, can you hear that? Fizzes a little bit, and then I didn't put this in my mouth, but I'm just about to. It tastes like a bar of soap, which I have eaten, by the way, and I'm glad it's out of my mouth. Then we go into Gavi. Gavi is a region in northern Italy that should produce wine that's really fresh, zippy. Think of crisp green apple in a glass, not nappy in a glass. It's a nothing wine, which is not worth the unit. Then we're going to have a go on this, which is a Sauvignon Blanc made from Chile. And it should be screaming sort of green fruit and lots of freshness. That screams just at me. Now, then we've got Pinot Noir from Rheinhessen, one of my favorite grapes from one of my favorite countries. And what I want is strawberries, cherries, all sorts of summer fruit. And I think that's just, again, a nothing wine. But fear not. To get wines on this shelf, they've got to be absolutely knockout. So let's get rid of those. I'm not going to throw them on the floor. And then I'm going to line these up. English sparkling wine. Boom. Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough. Cab Sav, Chile, Babs, Piemonte in Italy, and a Walpole Ripasso from Italy. I'm excited. So, England, for probably about 15 years, has been making brilliant sparkling wine. So what we have is a climate that keeps acidity, so it keeps wines really fresh. And when they're made well, they've got nice green fruit, a little bit of green apple, and sort of biscuity notes. Sounds a bit mad, but it's like walking into a bakery and being smashed over the head by a green apple, which has never happened to me, but I quite like it too. And there you've got really almost sort of bruised green apple, really lovely, quite rich aromas. So it's interesting. And it is an absolutely delicious wine. I could get in an awful mess with that. Absolute banger. Love it. Next we've got a Riverblock Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. There is so much piss produced in New Zealand that goes under the banner of Sauvignon Blanc. There's very little of it that is really, really good to drink. And I want a wine that absolutely screams passion fruit, mango, lots of tropical fruit and lots of character. That, I can almost smell it from here. It's just jumping out of the glass with tutti frutti, umbungo, all sorts of tropical flavours, aromas, all sorts of tropical aromas. Give me the afternoon off, a nice sort of little picnic that I'm going to take into the park, and I would smash 2 bottles of that on my own, no problem at all. It's tangy, it's juicy, it's got so much fruit to it. Sainsbury's, number 2, banger. And then we're going to do a Chilean cab. We're back to Chile, but this time with a class. So Cabernet Sauvignon should be broad-shouldered, muscly, big old bastard that wants to give you a little bit of a punch and then a hug. So we like black currants, we like nice rich fruit, and from Chile, what you should get is ripeness. So it's quite warm there. It's 14% alcohol, so it's going to give you a bit of a wallop on the head, but it's basically like my mate Dean the painter has jumped straight inside my mouth with his paintbrush, pot of blackcurrant paint, and slapped it all over my mouth. It's soft, it's juicy, it's a very, very, very good wine. Next we're into Italy, and this, so whenever you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy a Barolo because it sounds really posh and costs 20 quid, don't. Buy a Barbera. Buy a Barbera d'Asti. So we're in the same area, northern Italy in Piemonte. It is crunchy, crisp, black fruit. What it does in northern Italy, it keeps a lot of freshness and acidity. So it's a wine with loads of energy, loads of fruit. Absolutely yummy. Now we're going to do Valpol. This is a really great place to buy fabulous wine. So Valpolicella is in just further south on the east in Amarone land. So what we're looking for something here is softer than the Barbera, richer than the Barbera, and generally a bit more sort of, oh fuck, that was a good wine. It's sort of got dried fruit to it. So this is a little bit more dried raisins, dates, cinnamon, a bit herby. That is absolutely frigging delicious. So what I want to say, Fred, these will suit lots and lots of people. They're really totally good wines, and there's a couple there that very nearly jumped to my shelf here. These guys here, absolute bangers. So well done, Sainsbury's wine buyers, love it. And by the way, these are wines that I like. If you don't like them, unsubscribe, because we're not meant for each other. But if you do, subscribe more, drink more wine with me, because it's lush.